beautiful people. I am so glad that you are here with me on today. Um, Chime in. Let me know what you hear. Let me know if you can hear me. There we go. Well, here we are again today. It's a bit of a shadow. Let me see if I can get rid of that shadow. Hopefully that works. That gets us together a little bit. Well, here we are, beautiful people. Good morning on this beautiful Saturday morning. No matter where you are in the world, if you woke up, it is gorgeous. Um, I am your girl, your host, Zarel Gibson of Six Saved and Undefeated. Oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how to say thank you enough. Um, so the title of today's message is Why the Lies? Um, I had the question in my mind of why is it so that we're so quick to believe a lie than accept the truth? Just why? Now we go now six saved and undefeated. As you a lot of you know, my history is in lupus, where I was diagnosed in '97. And part of my story is I believe whatever the doctor told me, whatever they put on the table, it was like Bible. And I did not do my own research for my own body that I lived in, my truth. So I took whatever they said as truth, and that's not truth. It is, I'm not going to say that it's totally a lie because we need our doctors. I still don't believe that it's meant to be long term, but I do believe that they're there for a reason. And at the same time, you're supposed to be there for a reason for yourself. Show up for yourself. So let me say it like this. I was on a page and a half of medication, a page and a half, because the doctor said I needed this. Now, I'm fresh out of high school, you know, mom and dad aren't around. Who else do I lean on? I lean on the doctors because I was sick. Most of us was raised, that's what you do. Um, I was on this page and a half of medication that they told me I would have to be on typically for the rest of my life, because this is what was helping me, they said. I had to get off the medication to make it to the doctor's appointment, because it always had me kind of in a debilitating state where I couldn't really get out of the bed. Um, I was always tired. I was small because I didn't really eat. I couldn't really cook for myself. Um, there was a lot of stuff going on. And what made me stand up for myself was the fact that I went to see this one particular doctor, and she had given me a new medication that she had given me a new medication that blew me up to almost well over 200 pounds. And when I went back to her, I said, I've been big, but I've never been this big. Please tell me what's going on with me. She says, don't worry about it. You're just fat. How do you receive that, right? So I didn't receive it properly, of course, because I was hurt that the only thing she could tell me is that I was fat. And I was like, well, I had never been on this medication before and I've never been this big. So I proceeded to stop taking the medication. So I stopped taking the medication. 3, 4, maybe 6 months down the road, I have another doctor's appointment. And I had lost all the weight. And she was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. What did you do? I said, stop taking your medication. She looked at me like a deer in headlights. Like I was just so, she was just horrified that I didn't pay attention to what she was saying, that I was fat, just fat. So she had put on my paperwork that I was non-compliant. So being non-compliant on my paperwork, all my doctors treated me as if I would never listen to them anyway. I was just somebody coming in and out of the hospital. It really didn't matter. It was unfair for me. I was really trying to get help, and no one was listening to me. But I put myself in a situation with these doctors that they were gold, they were God, they were above all else. And when I treated them anything any way other than that, they were offended and treated me as such. So I'm asking you, why would you believe a lie instead of finding out the truth? Now, on your journey, whatever it may be, whether mentally sick, physically sick, emotionally sick, spiritually sick, whatever it may be, why is it that you believe everything that people say around you before you believe what is right for you? A lot of us want a quick fix. So therefore, well, they said it worked for them, so that it must work for me. That's lying to yourself. Just like doctors practice medicine, it's in their title. They practice it. So why can't you explore on some things for yourself to learn yourself? We want to believe so bad that everything around us is, it tells us the truth over here and the truth over there. And, what have you done for yourself to find out if it's true or not, instead of just holding on to what someone else says? And without lying to yourself as well, what have you done for yourself? Because we lie to ourselves so much to make everything okay. Why? Because we don't want to hurt. We don't want to be in pain. We don't want the negative responses. Well, guess what? Those negative responses are what build you up to be who you are. Why be fearful? Why be fearful of the dart that's coming your way? Now it'll hit you, but you got armor on so that it doesn't hurt you or it doesn't kill you. It'll hit you and it may even hurt you. It bruises. Ask a police officer that wears a bulletproof vest. When they get hit by a bullet in that bulletproof vest, that stuff is not easy. They fly back, they feel it, but they're alive. I am challenging you with this question, why the lies? So in church, we take what the preacher says as gospel truth because he said it. But the word itself says, pray and study. Pray and study for yourself, not just for the person who's over you. They have their position, they're praying and studying, but what are you doing? The pastor in that church is supposed to come to you and talk to you to confirm what God is telling you, because he speaks to everybody. The pastor is supposed to speak to confirm what God is telling you, help you understand what God is telling you. Oh, you've heard me say it on one of the other podcasts. We all have a ministry. I will probably never be in a pulpit. I'm not here to start a church. I don't know about any of that stuff. All I know is that when I speak, I want to be able to speak to encourage someone else to live in a positive manner that they can get it right for themselves. So I'm speaking to you as I hope you will speak to others. Why the lies? Why do we always want a quick fix? What is it about the quick fix? Because if you do it quick, you can lose it quick. If you take the time to go through the process, you'll learn, you'll encourage, and you'll be stronger. Everybody hates the process, right? So, oh, y'all like my mug? Six saved and undefeated. Get your mug. Thrive motivational market. Get your mug. So everybody loves a quick fix because we want to. We're for some reason we're in this process of I want what I want right here, right now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Give it to me, please, ASAP. Right? And that's really not how life is. When you I'm losing my train of thought today, but I really have a point that I'm trying to make right now because it is so important that we understand what it means to not lie to yourself. Don't lie to doctors when you go into the doctor's office because they don't know what you do at home. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know about that pain you have. They don't know, or if you don't tell them what's happening to you mentally, which can affect you physically, they don't know. Explain to me how anybody is going to know what's going on with you better than what you know what's going on with you. The person living inside the body, right? Inside the body. Um, it's not a lot to say, but it is a lot in the process. Beautiful people. I believed lies majority of my life. My mom and dad were my superheroes. I did not know that they were human beings. That's a lie you believe as a child. My pastor, my old pastors could do no wrong. That was a lie. They're only human. I had to live up to this standard that was not true for me as a human being. I pushed the standard on others that was not true when they were only human. What are you pushing? What are you believing? Why are the lies so why are the lies so big and so strong in your head? And for those that's spiritual out there, I get it. I get it. Everybody wants to claim this is a spirit, that's a spirit. But at the end of the day, we have choices. Because the Bible says to resist the spirit and it will flee. How? When you make a choice not to go left when you should be going right. When you make a choice to go up when you should be going down. Everything is not going to feel good. Everything is not going to, prime example, let's go back to this. I was diagnosed with lupus in 97. In the process of me being diagnosed with lupus, I was in and out of the hospital. I was struggling with trying to process who the heck I was because I was straight out of high school. I was processing why in the heck was I continuously getting sick and I thought I was doing okay for myself. I was processing I just want to have fun with life. I was processing. But yet and still, I had to go through what I went through. I was diagnosed in 97. Later on, 'cause I was 19, 18, 19, around that time. Then when I turned 21, 22, around that time, things might have started slowing down a little bit for me. And it was a struggle for years. It was a struggle, but I mean, my struggle didn't stop, but it slowed down for where I could actually think and be like, why the heck did I go through all of this? You can't talk to people about their experiences unless you've been through something. How can you go through something if you continuously to try to stop what you're going through rather than learn what you're going through? Study. And I'm not just talking about study the Bible itself, which you should. I'm talking about study the books that you need to study your history, understanding where you stand in this world, your purpose. You were born here for a reason. What the heck is the reason? Right? Tell me, what is the reason? So, in that reasoning, find who you are instead of trying to stop the process of who you're trying to become. You're more powerful than you give yourself credit. You're more powerful than you give yourself credit. Your words resonate with people more than you think they do. Stop second guessing yourself. Know that you can stand on your truth, and the people that leave are not supposed to be there. The people that were stayed around and heard the one thing, there's a time where there's a seed planted, the seed is watered, the seed is nurtured, the seed grows. What part of that process are you a part of? Are you just supposed to plant the seed? Because if you are, that's all you're meant to do. Unless God tells you differently, that's all you're meant to do. Love who you are. I know it can be hard. I know it can be depressing. I used to ask God, because the word says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So at one point I asked God, I said, how do I love my neighbor if I don't love myself? I believed every lie that was told to me, which brought out low self-esteem, which brought out low self-esteem, which brought out multiple boyfriends, which brought out depression. I tried to hide it behind a smile. I became a model because I didn't have to speak, nor did I have to look at anybody. So I hid behind this face that they said, oh, you look pretty. You can hide to people, but you can't hide to yourself. Why believe the lies? The lies don't get you anywhere. They have a saying fake it till you make it. We can fake it as long as you're not lying to yourself in the process where you build this wall and you forget who you actually are. You are this amazing individual that was born into this world for a reason, to help, to provide, to protect, to encourage, to show someone else that it's okay. You're okay. This is okay. It doesn't last always. Now it may seem like forever. Let's get it together. It may seem like forever, but it doesn't last always. You are more than a conqueror. You are a person who develops second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, month by month, year by year. We're so fascinated with how fast the days move and the years move. But what are you learning when you just take one day at a time? Stop focusing on the future. Focus on today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Yesterday you can't change. But today is your day. Regardless of if you wake up in a funk, if you wake up in a moment of, I just don't want to, take the day by the horns and ride it till the wheels fall off. You are more than a conqueror, no matter what it looks like. God loves you, I love you, and so many other people around you that you don't even realize love you. Them people that watch you on social media, a lot of them don't even respond, but you impart into their lives. They're not just stalkers trying to say something negative about you. Some of them watch you because you inspire them. Tell the truth. Besides, if you tell the truth, a lot of people don't think you're lying anyway, so what's the point? I was one nugget from my uncle, Bobby Nelson. He told me there is no point of lying because if you tell the truth, they're going to think you're lying anyway. And I took that and ran with it, and it was so true. No matter what I said, but why the lies? They try to discourage you. They get you in your feelings and emotions. They make you insecure. They think they make you look like or make you feel like if I lie about this, I'm protecting myself. You're not protecting nothing. You're not protecting nothing. If you feel like you got to lie to somebody, why are you around them? What's the point? That would be the selfishness of what you think you're going to get out of it. What's the point? Why are you there? That's a waste of your time. They're taking up space that someone else should be occupying in your life. You have no space for this other positive person that could really be doing something for you that you don't have to lie to, don't have to do so much for. I mean, there's things lined up. What are you blocking because of the lies? What are you blocking? Open up to the truth. Tell the truth. Be the truth. Walk the truth. Understand the truth. And you can be the blessing that you've been looking to be for quite some time. To yourself and to others. And when you take care of yourself, you stop lying to yourself. You'll no longer need to lie to anybody else. Because you'll have your peace. Your peace is one of the most important things that you can ever acquire in your life. Peace. Peace in your health, peace in your mind, peace in your business, peace in your family. And don't think things supposed to be perfect just because it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna start telling the truth and everything's supposed to be great. That's not how that works. If you had to lie to get into it, yeah, some stuff gonna get shaken up when you tell the truth. But when you tell the truth, it builds your muscle. Are you willing to lean on that muscle and see how it works? Or are you going to let it turn flabby for all my muscle-bound people? I think I'm willing to lean on my truth and be who it is that I am meant to be. And I challenge you to be who you're meant to be. Why the lies? There's no purpose in them. None. Stand 10 toes down and say, you got this. If God said he's in you, let the weak say that I am strong. What? He don't lie. He don't lie. And he's our example. 10 toes strong and was able to do so much. Jesus was the example of how much he was able to do just by telling the truth. Whether he was pissed off, whether he was sad, whether he was just disappointed, he told the truth. And it worked for him. So explain to me why it won't work for you. Really, why won't it work for you? If you got any kind of excuses of why it won't work for you, baby, that all that says is that you leaning best on your own understanding, and it's not going to work for you. Because eventually that stuff is going to implode. And who wants that? Seriously, who wants that? To live on eggshells for the rest of their life? Why do you think some people stay married for like 10, 20, 30 years and You know, the kids move out of the house and all of a sudden they're divorced. Why you gotta lie? You just showed your kids how to be unhappy in a marriage. You lied to yourself about why you got married in the first place. You love the thought of love. You love the idea of having somebody to cuddle up under to, even though you didn't like them or you weren't supposed to be with them. Not every person is for you, good, bad, or ugly. Not every person is for you. Recognize that they're a good person, but not your person. You have someone here. Patience. Patience gets you far. Now, patience can be a mug. Oh my gosh. So, patience within itself can really test some things. But at the end of the day, would you rather be moving on that patience path and doing well, or be impatient and that microwave stuff and end up in the dirt eventually? It looks pretty in the beginning. Grass is not always greener on the other side. And I know I got a lot of sayings, y'all. But hey, these help me get through. So I'm hoping they help you. Well, that's about all I have for this Saturday. I hope that it touched someone to be able to help someone and me in being this real person here. I wanted to be authentic on today in this real environment to show you, to help you, to encourage you that, hey, baby, you got this. Stop lying to yourself. Don't lie to others. It's really no point. Why believe all the lies? You don't have to trust every lie that is shot at you. I'm just saying, you are worth so much more to yourself. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to be honest and be truthful. You owe it to yourself. With that said, I love you all. You guys have a beautiful, blessed Saturday. Enjoy it, appreciate it, be truthful in it, and I'll have a talk with you next Saturday. Stay encouraged and recognize that your diagnosis is not your identity. Bye.